My name is Gowtham and I am from Kerala, specifically Trivandrum. And I did my undergraduate studies in electrical engineering, basically electronics. Once you enter into any place in Europe, you get access to all other places in Europe. So I got a lot of rejections initially. And that's when I shifted to, I thought, the thing is, I'm not from a CS background, and I wanted to do data science and ML kind of courses.
Okay, so why specifically Netherlands? There are
even if you don't have a scholarship, it's cheaper as compared to US universities. Fees reductions and partly free and stuff. In Netherlands, that's a huge plus because more than 80-85% of the people speak English. But the thing was, this course was really interesting. I mean, and I faced a huge issue initially while I was applying to colleges because they don't say it's hard and fast. So we think, okay, it's fine, it's just a preference, I'll just apply. Currently, there's like this huge hype for AI and ML, right? Whatever you do, people say, okay, you use AI and ML, and there's a lot of courses coming up. So what do you use AI and ML for, right? So there's a shift, roughly 2 years of work experience, primarily in data analytics.
how is your study experience here? How much you're spending per day? How can you compare your academics with India?
Okay, that's something that is very different. As when you compare your education style and the way they teach the courses with India and here it's very different. It's a lot more hectic. You have to spend like daily hours in order to get through all the lectures. And one primary difference I would say, which is also very good, is that they focus a lot on practical education, especially in the Netherlands and TUE. So you have a lot of mandatory theoretical courses that you need to complete, but then after a point of time, it's more around assignments and projects and how well you go deep with the information. So even after a point of time, the exams are not all theoretical. You'll have either like MCQ exams or oral exams, where the intent of the course is that you spend majority of the time understanding the theory and applying it to solving a problem statement, and then that encompasses the major share of the grade, and the rest is just an additional test to see if you make it. So an important thing to achieve that is like daily putting in the work daily. So I mean, back in my bachelor's and undergrad, you could just do study for the you understand, right? You study for the past 2 days before the exam and still you can pass, but you can't do that here. You need to put in the effort continuously, consistent effort, so that you keep up with the lectures, and so that if you have any doubts on the point, you can just ask the professors and they'll help you a lot too. So consistent effort daily would solve the issue, I guess. Yeah.
So what are the other things that an international students can do while studying here? So I don't think you have time for part-time, so that's ruled out. So
That's
any other gym or sports activity are the things that you do or other students do here?
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity with the limited time that we have. So I go to the gym always. I love going to the gym. It's like the place where I can just relax and free from all the stress. So gym is like an important thing. And TUE also has a really good gym facilities and sports centers. Along with that, you have access to all sports facilities too. So you have basketball, badminton. You can go for swimming. You can go for a lot of stuff for there. So weekends are, if you plan correctly, then you'll get some time in the weekend to just play badminton or enjoy some swimming or go for a run. So there is an opportunity for extracurriculars.
How easy it is for you to culturally integrate with the local people here? Like if you're coming to Europe, most of the countries they don't speak English, so language barrier is a huge thing. Now that's in Netherlands, that's not a big issue. So how you are like easily interacting with the locals here or even the other Dutch students?
Yes, I guess that's a very good advantage. A big advantage that studying in Netherlands has is that almost 90% of the people speak English. So cultural integration, to at least to a certain extent, is very possible with the English that we know. So if you take the example of my class or my students, there's a lot of Dutch people there, and they're really friendly. It's easy for us to interact with them because we can easily speak with them in English, and they're also really open to interacting with people. So in that sense, it's very easy. But if you want to go deeper, like actually go into like their homes or get very close with them, I guess like Dutch is pretty important. If you learn Dutch, then you can go a step further in cultural integration. But yeah, for a high level one, it's more than enough. I guess English would be more than enough.
So how you're managing like food and studies, whether you cook daily or you're relying more on the cafeteria?
Yes, so I cook I don't cook daily, but me and my one of my friends in my apartment, we cook for the whole week on a Sunday. So we bulk cook a lot of rice, some chicken, some vegetables and stuff, and then we store that in the fridge because that's the only way it works. Because I did not get time to cook every day, and cafeteria is there, but it's not the best and it's not that cheap too. So if you want like healthy, good food that you make, for us, Sunday prepping is the best thing that you can do. And yeah, I guess that's something people don't often talk about when you go to higher studies and MS. That's an important thing you need to manage too, like food, getting healthy, good food so that you don't screw up your stomach. So,
What are the things that you miss when you're studying here?
oh, okay. Miss in terms of like college life or, other than
Like you came from a different country. Now you're
okay.
like now we're in a like in terms of atmosphere, they're culturally different. Everything is different here.
Yes.
So apart from your like, I'm pretty sure you miss your parents and friends.
Yeah.
Whether these kind of things that you want to touch upon, like most people don't know. Like when you're coming there, they are not prepared emotionally for all these struggles.
Yes, yeah. That's a really good question. I guess yeah, there's a lot of things that we miss, especially coming from a place like India. I'm from Kerala and stuff, so there's always people around, right? If you go outside, you meet like 100 people will be there in the streets. Although you may not know them, but the fact that you see so many people around is it's really important. I understood because coming here, even though Netherlands has like a good population density, it's still nothing compared to back in India, right? So there's very few people outside, and you need to build it like your own social circle because that's really important. And I guess another thing which is pretty funny I miss the most is sunlight. Sunlight, I took sunlight for granted back in Kerala because every day we use it's sunny and sometimes it's used to rain. But here it's the other way around. Every day it's gloomy, and some days the sun comes out, and that day is amazing. But the other days are a bit hard because, especially coming from like a tropical country, not getting enough sunlight is a big issue. Yeah, I understood the amount of effect sunlight has on our mood is very strong, and yeah, so that's another thing I miss. Yeah.
So do you take any kind of supplements to match
Oh yeah.
vitamin D deficiency?
I mean, yeah, we take vitamin D tablets. I think most of the international students here do. They like take like a vitamin D tablet a week. So yeah, to just
Just to add, I think in the month of January we just had 44 hours of sunlight.
exactly. Oh, that's a good statistic. Yeah. So you can imagine. That's like not even 2 days.
Yeah. Like if you take the day, I think it's like close to 4 days of sunlight, like what they
Exactly.
enjoy there.
Exactly. So yeah.
So you came in 2021,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure we all aware the huge thing going on. The pandemic.
Yes.
So how hard it was to get the visa and come from India to here? Did you face any difficulties, or is there any kind of delay than normal?
I guess in terms of visa, we were really lucky, specifically in TUE and Netherlands. Netherlands did not have a big restriction on student visas. So the university took care of everything. So once the admission was, we got accepted, then we just had to like pay the visa fee and stuff, and the university took care of everything. So within like, I guess a month or so, we got a visa. So that was pretty good. The only delay was in terms of booking the flight and coming here because we needed like the COVID test. You needed to be negative. There was a lot of unrest relating that. So I basically was in quarantine for like 15 days in my home before I came here because to just to as a precaution because we booked the tickets and if by our luck we get like negative on the day before we travel, that's a huge problem. So yeah, so that was the main, I guess, delay that we had.
Okay. So when you get an admission and you pay fees, or if you get a scholarship, whatever, once you get the admission, the university take care of everything.
Yes.
So you just have to book a flight ticket and come here.
Exactly. Yeah, and also you need to go to Delhi to do the interview for the visa. But yeah, that's all. But
so what about the like medical insurance that you need?
Yes, again, that's also something the university gives you suggestions about the best insurance that is available here. It is you can go for other ones too, but this is like the cheapest and the most reasonable one. So that's also pretty straightforward. They give you info, you just pay it. Yeah.
Not sure whether the viewers know, but there is a huge housing crisis in Netherlands or even just across Europe, especially in the capitals or these kind of IT hubs. So how hard it is to get a housing here? Because for me, I stayed in France for close to 3 weeks before getting a house.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes, housing is a big issue here, primarily because, especially in this city, Eindhoven is kind of like all the like Silicon Valley of Europe, because there's a lot of IT companies here. People from all over Europe come here to work. Along with that, you have people living here, so housing is a big issue. Luckily for first years who are coming here, if anyone is planning to apply, the university actually provides them with a lottery option of your apartments. So they give them special access to certain apartments which they can directly book through the university, and there's a high chance that people will get that, because I got it, me and a lot of my friends got it through that. But the only issue is that it's just a 1 year contract, so you have to move out after 1 year. So because their assumption is that after 1 year you'll get to know the city, sorry, and you'll know contacts to move out of. So for any viewers who are coming here, that's fine when you come here, but after 1 year you have to again, so I have to start looking at it again, and if I don't get a place, I'll probably come here and stay.
So you will be homeless maybe like 5 months.
Yes, in 5 months, yeah. So need to start house hunting again.
Okay. How much you're spending per month in order to have a healthy and stable life here?
Yes, so I guess including rent and everything, I guess it's come somewhere around 600 euros or something. That's around, I guess, what, 50, 40, 45K in Indian rupees.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like you can go more, lesser or more, but I guess
I think this is
the best amount.
Yeah, best amount. So what's your future plan after completing masters? I'm sure you have to do internship as part of your curriculum.
Yes.
So what's your plan, whether you want to settle here or you want to get a PR?
Okay, so currently my plan is like, of course we have to do an internship, and if that goes well and I get a job here, I just want to like work here for a while. By here I mean either Netherlands or somewhere in Europe, like work in a good company, get some good exposure. And I'm still not sure on the long-term settlement plan, because I do want to go back to India at some point. So I don't know, maybe like 7-8 years I would want to just work here, get some experience, and then let's see after that if I want to go back. But yeah, if anyone wants to look for PR too, it's very straightforward here. It's not as complicated as in US. There's no lottery system and stuff. So if you meet the criteria, there's a high chance that you will get it. So yeah, that's also another option. So in terms of PR, as you mentioned, you need a specific amount of time that you need to stay here. Along with that, if you have a stable job, it's pretty much sorted. One additional thing is language. You also need to study Dutch. I think you have to go to A2 level. I'm not pretty sure, but yeah, you need like a basic level of Dutch. And if you have all those, it's a high chance you'll get a PR.
But that basic level of Dutch you can cover in university itself.
Exactly, yeah. You'll get free courses in the uni, so you can just do it there.
What's your suggestion or one piece of advice for any other prospective students or someone who is looking for studying in Europe? So what do you suggest them?
Okay, so I would say my suggestion is to like build your resume, like build your profile. So if you have a plan to do a master's, and if you're in like doing your undergraduate or something like that, always give focus to like building your profile, making sure that you, not just GPA, by that I do not mean just GPA, just all the things that you want. So if you are planning to apply to a particular university, you also have a subject in mind, then you can talk to a lot of people and get an idea about what kind of a profile you should have, right? So by that I mean like GPA, what kind of a projects you should do. So, and then build a story on top of that. So, and that is the most important thing that a international student should aspire for, because that helps them a lot in getting admission. So start early, start building a profile for yourself, and so that you can tell a good story and be confident in yourself, because you may think much less about yourself, but once you all write it down, you'll know that you've done something. So yeah, be confident.
Okay. Anything that you want to share with us?
Apart from that, nothing else. I just wanted to thank you for this whole thing. I guess this whole series that you're doing is going to be very useful to aspiring students coming to Europe. And yeah, all the best. Yeah, thanks, man.